so beautiful, so perfect. My life was finally complete.
Paris Hilton recently made headlines when she shared the first pictures of her baby boy. Because people had some pretty cruel things to say about him, she finally spoke out against the comments that people online have been making about his appearance.
There are some sick people in this world. My angel is perfectly healthy.
But even though she's right about how unnecessary those hateful remarks are, what exactly is she doing to protect her son? Over the last several months, her actions and statements about her child being in the public eye have been seriously contradictory. So let's get into the real reasons why Paris's choice to bring her son into the spotlight seems extremely bizarre. Paris recently shared a series of photos of herself and her son, Phoenix, on her public Instagram account. Unfortunately, instead of receiving supportive, sweet comments about her baby boy and her life as a mother, Paris was hurt to see countless harmful remarks. Some people felt the need to mock the size of Paris's son's head, which is absolutely disgusting, but considering everything that she said about how damaging life can be in the public eye, her decision to repeatedly post her son online is very surprising. When Paris and her husband Carter Room welcomed their son via surrogate in January, everyone was stunned. Even her immediate family members were shocked because she and Carter had kept the pregnancy a complete secret from the entire world. Earlier this year, when Paris was promoting her book, Paris the Memoir, she was asked many times about her decision to stay so private about the pregnancy. What she revealed during an interview on Today was honestly unbelievable.
I didn't want the media and people online just speaking about my son even before he was here on this earth.
Paris's explanation made total sense, especially since so much of her life has been broadcast in the public eye. She even expanded on that in an interview with The Independent. What she said about her son's future was incredibly understandable. Paris admitted that she was very anxious about Phoenix's future. She explained that she hopes that he won't want to be in the entertainment industry because of how overwhelming it can be. But that wasn't all. Paris also confessed that she hopes that Phoenix will be more nerdy like his dad. She said that instead of being in the spotlight, maybe she'll luck out and her son will be interested in pursuing a career in business instead. It makes so much sense why Paris wouldn't want Phoenix to grow up wanting to be in the public eye. But if that's actually how she feels, why has she been taking his chance to have any anonymity in the future away from him? Paris has 25.1 million followers on Instagram, so she knows that anything she shares will be seen by a lot of people. If she's really so nervous about Phoenix possibly wanting to be in the spotlight when he's older, why is she forcing him into it already? By no means am I trying to downplay the disturbing comments that people have made about Paris's son's appearance. It's definitely not okay for anyone to say such terrible things about a child. But what Paris recently said about those remarks was seriously crazy. Not long after Paris's post was flooded with outrageous comments about her son, she shared a message to her Instagram story. She admitted that it's inevitable to have people make negative remarks about her since she lives in the public eye. Paris also said that the cruel words about her son are unacceptable, which they are, but there were a couple of comments she made afterward that were honestly very confusing, and they've led to her getting even more backlash lately. Even though Paris is a public figure who has made the choice to be in the spotlight, her son is not old enough to make that choice for himself. As Phoenix's mom, it's up to her to protect his privacy while he's young. But she also mentioned the reason why she posts him online at all, and it's pretty ridiculous. Paris confessed that if she doesn't share photos of her baby, people assume that she's not a good mother. She also acknowledged that whenever she's posted photos of him, there have been hateful comments about his appearance. But what's really more important to her? Is being seen as a good mom for showing proof that she spends time with her son more important than protecting Phoenix's privacy? Or is being a good mom actually waiting to show off Phoenix, especially his face, until he's old enough to decide for himself? It's bizarre that Paris has been openly talking about wanting her son to live a more private life in the future, while disregarding his privacy at the same time. But that's not the only thing she said on her Instagram story that came as a complete shock. One of the final points that Paris made in her message was both heartbreaking and insanely frustrating. She claimed that it's hard to believe that there are actually people out there who target such innocence, which is startling. Ever since Paris resurfaced in the media a few years ago, she's been speaking out about the alarming way she was mistreated as a child. What she had to endure from her teachers at boarding schools growing up was downright traumatic. Paris Paris has mentioned multiple times that what she went through as a teenager was unbelievably tragic. She even helped create legislation that protects other teens from being treated that way, which is truly amazing. Unfortunately, Paris knows all too well how destructive people can actually be to innocent children. So why is she subjecting her own son to life in the spotlight when she has firsthand experience that it's extremely damaging? In her interview with The Independent, Paris explained how her own privacy was violated. What she said about her mom and aunts breaking her trust was absolutely mind-blowing. Paris revealed that throughout her entire life, her privacy hasn't been respected. She said that when she was 12 years old, she walked in on her mom, Kathy, and her aunts, Kim and Kyle Richards, doing something seriously unsettling. Apparently, Kathy, Kim, and Kyle were all reading Paris's diary and laughing loudly about what she had written. I'm not trying to say that her family members mocking her diary entries is the same as her sharing photos of Phoenix online, but Paris, of all people, knows exactly how harmful it is to have no privacy. She also told The Independent that she blames the media for controlling her narrative for the last 20 years. She's previously mentioned that the cruel comments she's received while living in the public eye didn't hurt as much for a fascinating reason. Paris has explained that since people were only hating on a character that she had created for the spotlight, the negative feedback wasn't as damaging. But Phoenix hasn't even had the chance to create a way to protect himself yet. And now that his face has been plastered all over the internet, he might never get that opportunity. Yes, it's gross and disturbing that people have made such brutal remarks about Phoenix's appearance, but since Paris knows exactly how brutal people's words can be, why isn't she trying to shield her son from that hate by letting him have some anonymity? I get that it must have been really disheartening for Paris to read comments about her being a bad mother for not sharing photos of her son, but hopefully in the future she's more concerned about her son's well-being than what random people think about her as a mom. So many other celebrities have chosen to keep their kids off of social media and out of the public eye because of how harmful it can be. Even when some of them do share photos of their kids, they cover up their children's faces and other identifying features. Paris might not share as many photos of Phoenix as some other celebrity parents, like Chrissy Teigen, post their children, but it's still insane. She's posted several pictures of him just in the last few months, and unfortunately, the latest series of photos wasn't even the first time that people were cruel about Phoenix's appearance. Obviously, Paris loves her son, and we all know how extremely low it is for anyone to mock or degrade a child. But sadly, those people aren't going to stop just because Paris asks them to be more kind. Hopefully, she considers what's more important to her son's privacy both now and in the future, or what random insignificant people think about her as a mom. But now, I want to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on Paris saying that she hopes Phoenix will live a more private life while simultaneously sharing photos of him online? Do you think she should stop posting photos of her son online until he's old enough to decide what he wants for himself? Let me know in the comments below.